teams out every Sunday. Fire in our eyes, can't stop our drive. Hit so hard, remind you of 85. We the Bears, monsters of the Midway. Knocking teams out every Sunday. Fire in our eyes, can't stop our drive. Hit so hard, remind you of 85.
Take a real Chicago, you can smell it in the air. There's a hungry team called the Soldier Field going nuts, jumping out their chair. Teams rather be anywhere but here. We don't care if it's below zero. Let it tougher for the snow, we still gon' break holes. If we win the point flip, we choosing to kick. Cause we gotta keep this, that love to hit. Polarize the link with our smash mouth beats. Slicing up teeth like Mike Singletary. Forever repping the seat, making Papa Bear proud. Giving Chicago something to shout about.
We the Bears, monsters of the Midway.
And welcome to another episode of the Panda and Grizzly Show. I'm Brian the Grizzly sitting here waiting for a couple people to jump on, but man, guys, I know we all saw this game. I don't even know what to say. I don't know what to say about this stuff anymore. I don't know. It's disappointing, and I'm talking about win. Watching that offense was one of the worst things I've ever had to do. It was awful. It was just unbelievable how bad they are. And it's the play calling. Over and over and over again with the same plays. They ran wide receiver screen, I think I counted 17 times. Some variation of tight end, wide receiver, or running back screen 17 times in a game. How can you be offensive coordinator and do that? I don't know. I don't know how it's possible that that's the answer. And we continue to do it. And my question is, really, does Luke Getsy deserve to be our offensive coordinator? He does well when he's scripted plays. He really does. At the beginning of the games, they look great. But every single time we get him to have in-game adjustments, he just fails over and over and over again. It's frustrating, and I see it happening over, and I don't know what else to do. I don't know. Looking at the game, looking at some of the stats, look at PFF's grading. When I check it out, we have who does it best. So our offensive line did great. Tevin Jenkins and Darnell Wright both scored wonderfully. I believe, and Braxton Jones too. So Tevin Jenkins scored 75.9. Braxton Jones scored a 76.5. And then our number one scorer was DJ Moore, who's 82.2. If you watch the game, you know that it's possible. You know what it is. Jenkins pass blocker was a 70.9 and run blocker was a 73.7. The dude's amazing. If he's out there, we're better. That's what we got. Now on the other end of the spectrum, we got Cody White here, who scored a 37.7. Our center, I guess he played left guard for us. He actually came in and played left guard for Tevin Jenkins when he was hurt. He was only out there for a few plays, and he still scored. He struggled at pass protection with 25.7 in pass protection, and he did okay at run blocking with 51. But that's all we got. Then we got Darnell Mooney. Now we got Darnell Mooney, who had 45.9 for his grade, and Equipment St. Brown, who does great at blocking, but running bad routes, not great, got a 47. That's our offense. And Getsy still calls the same plays over and over again to the point where the defensive backs knew exactly what the play was going on. They were beating the ball to the receiver for these screens. I know Justin Fields threw for 216 yards, but almost all the passes were within 5 yards of the line of scrimmage, except for the ones he threw to DJ Moore. So I feel like if we only allowed him to just drop back, have a regular drop back, and throw the ball, we will be better off. But that's not what we get. And I really blame Luke Getsy. I think that he is the wrong guy for this team. I think he's the wrong guy going forward. And we're in a bye week. If we had an answer offensive coordinator that's on the team, I would be okay with firing him and just try and start over. Run the offense with someone who's a better play caller. So, now we can look at the defensive side of the ball, who balled out. I mean, Jalen Johnson. If you do IDP, I hope you play Jalen Johnson. The dude is amazing. He scored 92.7 on his PFF grade. He had 3 tackles. He had an interception. He had 3 pass breakups. And the dude just was everywhere. He really could have had a pick 6. It was there in his hands. He could have continued to do it. And then one of his pass breakups became an interception too. So Jalen Johnson was amazing. TJ Edwards was a tackling machine. He was all over the field. Everywhere you turned around, he was running down somebody. And then we got Montez Sweat, who in the last 2 games has 18 pressures. 18 pressures in the last 2 games. He's made everyone on defensive line better. So, I mean, we can say a lot of things about the offense. Defensively, we are doing an amazing job. And Eberflus is doing a good job with those things. As long as he puts our best player out there at the end of the game, we're good. I believe Sweat earned the highest marks around the board for the pass rush. He had 75.7. Tackling was a 73. Run defense was 64.9. So overall, he was just great. That's what we got. All right. On the other end, we got Kyler Gordon. Kyler Gordon scored a 30. He just did not have a great game. He earned the lowest pass coverage and run defense for the team. Pass coverage was 34.9. Run defense was 52.3. Pass rush was 52.8. The dude just did not have a great game. Dexter, who did have good pressure on the quarterback, only got 26.4 as far as run blocking on the run defense. That's a problem. I don't know. So they keep on saying, this great guy has all this talent out of Florida. We're not seeing it produce all the time in game, every game. So, and also the next worst was Justin Jones, our 3 technique. We know we need to upgrade 3 technique, so there's no question about that. Just rounding out everyone else. Cole Kmet scored a 75.4. Jaquan Briscoe 74.9. Marcus Walker 74.6, and Justin Fields 67, which is about right for someone who has two fumbles in the 4th quarter. I don't know what to say, except for we need better coaching. I think he deserves better coaching, and my fear now is Justin Fields is going to go to a different team and become a star, and we're going to have to watch him go to Vegas and light up the league next year because we can't do the right thing here. And it's disappointing. It really is. And every week, and we see it more and more. You see the flashes of greatness, and it seems like he's being pulled back by the offense. The offensive line is actually doing a good job blocking. We have stars there. DJ Moore catches the ball. And I don't know if you guys saw that last throw that he had to DJ Moore. The drive on that ball, how crisp it was. It was beautiful. It was a beautiful pass. Yet we don't see any dropbacks and throws like that ever. Mix it up. If you're offensive coordinator, you're supposed to mix it up a little bit. We're not going to use screens the entire game. You use screens to set up something else. You use it to set up the run, and then you use the run to do play action. You figure out something sometimes where you could block the guys going back and give him a 3-step drop and let him throw the ball. Let him see, read it, and throw. Give him an opportunity. Give him the keys of the car and get out the way. But that's not what we get. I don't know if you saw the game. The score was 12-10. 12-10. So we missed a field goal. That was one thing. And then the defense gave up 10 points, and we barely win. It's frustrating. It's a terrible thing to see. I don't have a good answer going into a bye week. Like I feel like going to the bye week, we had such a bad taste in our mouth because it should be better. The defense played well enough to win multiple games, and we just don't have it. We just didn't get that type of production. So, I don't know. It's frustrating, but what do we do now? What's the answer? I think going forward, we need to let Justin Fields just play his game. And we coming out of the bye, we played Detroit. We had a good game against Detroit before. We gotta try to do that, but we have to be ready for in-game adjustments. Can we do that? Can Luke Getsy adjust on the fly? I haven't seen any evidence of that. And you talk to other people around the NFL, you hear the same things. So I don't know if you saw, was it Sunday Night Football tonight on the NBC? Cam Newton was there. Cam Newton was talking about the game, and he was saying basically how Luke Getsy is overcomplicating something. When you have someone who is as talented as Justin Fields, as far as running, arm talent, and just an unbelievable athlete, sometimes you should use the KISS method. Just keep it simple. Let him be the lightning rod. Let him make plays out something out of nothing all the time. He said his best years in Carolina was when they were just letting him play. Let Cam be Cam. That's what you want. Justin Fields needs to be on a team that they can let Justin Fields be Justin Fields. Make plays with his arm, make plays with his legs, figure it all out. Have the keys to the car. Let him go. Unfortunately, that's not what we're getting with this coaching staff. And now we have the number 1 pick. We're probably going to have the number 1 and number 7 or 8 pick. That's what it looks like we're heading towards. And I don't know about you guys, but I am not sold on Caleb Williams, Drake May. Drake May has never had to do anything against anyone. He has never shown that he can bring a team and win with his talent or with lower talent. I don't know that that's the guy. I don't think Caleb Williams is the guy. And Justin Fields, you can actually go in with a lame duck year and not pay him. You know, should have picked up this 5th year option and then see what we get. Give him some time. You know, I just don't think these guys are the guys that you want. But you can't waste a 1st round draft pick. So my suggestion is trade down a spot or 2, take Marvin Harrison Jr., get a great left tackle, get a 3 technique, and just build around Justin Fields and see if we can get something out of him and find a coach that could do it. I know everyone's talking about Harbaugh being a good one. Maybe Harbaugh, Jim could come home and, resurrect the Bears and, do what he did before. So I'm hoping that's what we got, the opportunities we have. But, we have a week off, so I don't have to worry about talking about the Bears or talking about how bad we did for a while. I appreciate that. And now we're going to jump into waiver wires because I'm done talking and complaining about the Bears.
How is it that I'm done complaining about the Bears, man? Hold on, man.
I mean, how long can you really complain about the Bears for the same thing over and over again? I just, I feel like our offensive coordinator sucks. We got talent there. We ran 17 screens, 17 variations of a screen. I just don't know what else you can do. Like how bad you can really be. I'm tired of watching it.
Well, there's that. This is why we're doing the rookies. Yeah. You just got to look forward. You got to look forward to what you're about to get, man. It's not. You're done, son.
It's kind of like what you said with when you're a franchise that just don't get it. It don't even matter if the rookies come in because you're a franchise that just don't get it. So, we're gonna mess with the next guy.
I'm gonna tell you this though. And now that you're done with your Bears, maybe I can make you feel a little bit better though. You're not the Panthers.
That's true.
Okay, the Panthers have put themselves in a situation where let's rewind this, right? Let's rewind this a couple years. And you are done with the Bears, right?
Oh, I'm done.
Okay, all right. Let's rewind.
Panthers is Frank Wright. I can't believe you get rid of Frank Wright.
Well, hang on. It goes further than that, though. It goes further than that. You see, the Panthers got rid of everything and everything years ago.
Mm-hmm.
You got rid of Christian McCaffrey and also DJ Moore, all within a short period of time.
Foreman.
Right. And you had the picks to make this happen. Now, because your owner somehow likes Bryce Young, and it's hard for the coaching staff to do anything when the coaching staff cannot argue with the owner of the team. And when the owner of the team says something, they want something done, it's going to get done. So now, you're not going to argue with your boss if you like your job, especially when you get a multi-million-dollar job. So with the Panthers are in a situation where, okay, you're the boss, we're getting Bryce Young. Even though despite everybody and their mom knew that C.J. Stroud was the guy.
Yep.
C.J. Stroud was the answer. Now, if we put C.J. Stroud on the Panthers and Bryce Young on the Texans, would this be the same outcome? Would Bryce Young, or would we be talking about Bryce Young the way we are now? I don't know, because we don't live in that universe. But the Panthers are now in a situation where they had so much value through CMC trade and DJ Moore's trade that they could have fixed a lot more things than what they had done. Now, instead, next year, what's going to happen? It's going to happen the same thing all over again,
except without a first round pick.
Exactly. Now you're gonna fire this guy, and you're gonna fire next year's coach as well. Because why? You're gonna try and hopefully he fixes your mistake that you messed up last year, but he's not gonna be able to fix your mistake, because the mistake right there was not getting CJ Stroud. Mm-hmm. So they're in a situation they're gonna be hurting for the next 3 years, which I'm okay with because I'm a Falcons fan. I'm cool with that. Like I know I'm at least bottom, like at least bottom tier, gonna get third. At minimum, I don't think I'm going to be fourth for a while.
Oh, no. Panthers are going to be bottom for, I think they got 5 years of being at the bottom.
It's sad because there's a lot of things that Burns, I want him out. Chin, I want him out. TMJ is not going to happen. That thing is, and then who's Jonathan Mingo?
Yeah,
can't happen.
Yeah,
those two receivers were pretty good in college, but it's not going to happen. So the thing is,
you have to find a better coach. So if you could bring a coach that could bring a system in that can utilize Bryce Young's talents, because the thing about Frank Wright was that he needs a big quarterback from the get-go. He needs someone who's a big body, strong arm quarterback for it to run his offense. So Bryce Young wasn't going to work anyway.
Right.
Like if you're going to go get Bryce Young, why would you get him? Go get a college coach that's going to run the run and gun.
At least with CJ, we would have expected what we expect from, Sunshine. Freaking Trevor Lawrence.
Trevor Lawrence, yeah. Who's having a bad year this year, but still is on a good team.
And any doubters at Jacksonville right now, like you look at what they've done so far, and I'm liking what they're doing. Like I'm not totally, saying they're horrible, because they're working on it. They went from nothing to making the playoffs last year, and they're what, 7-3, 7-4 now?
8-3. They were
8-3
before the Chiefs and Ravens played. They were the number 1 seed in the AFC.
But nobody's talking about. They're not fantasy producers. They're just game winners. And as an NFL team, that's all that matters. What's up, Kadani? How are you, man? And that's all that matters, honestly, as an NFL team. Now, for fantasy, no, that sucks. But, because you don't know which receiver is going to get what.
Mm-hmm.
So there's teams that, such as the Bears and the Panthers and the Jags and the Houston Texans and the Lions, that we've always talked about as being one of the worst ones in the last handful of years, right?
Yep.
There's going to be a shift at some point.
The guard. Yeah.
But they have to do the right moves. And you see the Panthers 2 years ago, we were going to say they're going to be one of the most dominant teams ever if they make the right moves. And instead, they jacked it all up. They jacked it all up.
Even if they had CJ, right, and they drafted around him, and they knew we had a year left, and Frank Wright had his system there, and he had a safety blanket with Adam Thielen. I think we will be talking about the Panthers in the playoff hunt. Talking about, can you win the division in a weak division? The NFC South, NFC South is weak.
Yeah.
And they just could not take advantage of that, and they just chose the wrong guy, and now they're stuck.
It's the best division for any star player to go to and just take advantage of how crap our division is. Like the Falcons, we need a good QB.
Yep.
That the line and the weapons is good enough to get through. The defense has elevated, but the issue is quarterback.
Yep.
Hello, somebody like just make it. I don't know, but
no, I don't want Justin going there because he's going to do well, and you guys would be great for a decade. I have to listen to you for a decade. Talk about Justin Fields being good on your fantasy team and being good on your actual team. That would suck.
But as Ferg goes, the Texans are going in the right direction.
Oh, definitely. They got talent now. They got good talent on defense. They got the right coaching, and they have the right leader. And I think they make the playoffs this year. I really do.
Yeah, no, Texans have the ability, and so do the Jags in the next couple of years. But they have to make the right decisions. And
are you surprised? Were you surprised first about that field goal that it hit the crossbar? Like
Santos missing?
It was so close.
You mean the first one that just went straight to the right? Like
no, I'm talking about for the Texas game. The Texas game.
Oh, I'm like, the Bears missed that one.
No. It was awful. I don't know. Santos was horrible. But in the Texas game, that 58-yard field goal, they hit the crossbar. They hit the right in between, like 6 inches more. We had tie game.
Mm-hmm.
These two teams are so close. They're literally should go to overtime, and I think they probably would have tied it overtime because it's just the same team.
Absolutely, and it's, say what you want to say about kickers, man. Kickers are really important. I feel like they're important. But some people they come in so clutch.
It depends on who he is.
Yeah,
like Justin Tucker. I'll never talk about Justin Tucker.
No.
You've proven what you are.
Everyone knows everything about him. Everyone knows that he's going to nail these 60-yarders without a doubt. If he misses a 60, that's weird. Like, we can talk about that now. Like, please, can the fantasy football formats add the 60-yarders? Because they're
points. Yes,
they're making them now. It's more relevant. So yeah, let me add your tags in here. You haven't.
I haven't been able to get into it. Well, I was going to ask you. Actually, so kicker. If you need a stream of kicker, who are you looking at right now?
I hear Dicker's on a lot of waivers right now. Chargers.
Yeah.
Dicker's probably out there right now, but I mean, I've focused more on IDP than I did any offense.
But Dicker actually, so he's 64% owned on Sleeper.
Mm-hmm.
So he's available in a lot of leagues. I think that's a really good one.
Let me add these real quick for you. I'm going to jump off camera and add these real quick.
While he's doing that, I'm going to tell you guys about some things that I have on here. So as far as I got wide receivers, of course, Josh Downs, Indianapolis Colts, he's been getting 7 and 8 targets every week. So right now, he's a must add. So if you have an opportunity, he's only 47.2% rostered right now. Look for him. Now, if you're in a really deep league and say that you're on bye and all your guys you got DJ Moore, you got all these guys that are out, who can you go find? Well, I think Jalen Hyatt for the Giants is a diamond in the rough that Tommy DeVito just seems to really like. I'm just saying, he surpassed 100 yards last game. DeVito's throwing the ball. They're letting him throw the ball a lot. Maybe Jalen Hyatt might save your season. Let's say you're 6-6, like someone like me. That might be the guy you need to push you over the top. Just saying. He had 6 targets, over 100 yards. Jalen Hyatt might be a good guy to pick up. Little things like, You also have Jonathan Mingo, but it's just hard. He's playing a bigger percentage over more and more. But if you're playing him, you really are needing something. That's just what it is.
Are you going by position, or are you just kind of naming off players?
I'm just going mostly receivers right now. So the receivers,
go for it.
Yeah. So those are the receivers I'm looking at. Maybe you can even go to Mario Douglas. I don't like trusting anyone like Mac Jones right now is not going to play. I don't want Bailey Zappi to be there. So if those are the choices, that's why I'm staying away from Demario Douglas. But he has had more than 7 targets each of the last 5 games. So it's an option.
And all of those are great. And I like them. But right now, how can you forget about Greg Dortch?
That's the last one I have.
He last
0.3% owned. He's getting average. He's had more than 11 points in the last 4 weeks. Straight.
I'm wow. What about Curtis Samuel right now?
Because Curtis Samuel is still 55% roster. But I love Curtis Samuel. I thought, especially towards the middle of the season, he was doing a lot of stuff. And Washington,
right now, I think
weird.
Greg Dortch is probably the guy. Murray's back, and he spreads the ball very well when he can.
When he actually has the opportunity to do it.
Yeah.
We got Kadani in here. Who do you guys think should be a good candidate for the Panthers head coaching job?
I don't know, man. I haven't even processed this entire week yet. I'm not even thinking. I'm not going to lie to you, Kadani. I haven't thought about that yet.
I mean, there's so many head coaching jobs that are going to be available at the end of this year.
There's 32 out there, and
I believe a quarter of them, 25%, will be up for grabs this offseason.
I'm not thinking. What's up, Tank? How are you?
Very good. Tired. Very tired.
It's one thing I haven't thought about. Like, I just don't even. I'm not taking that into consideration until Black Friday when it comes to coaching jobs in January.
Yeah,
I think you need to find a college coach.
Yeah,
you are on a team that's very young,
so you can fire him and send him back. Yes,
yeah, but the only thing you're playing a placeholder till you could get. You want to be bad again next year because you have no picks this year.
They're going to be bad next year.
They have to get the first pick.
They don't have a first pick.
Their second round pick next year still goes to the Bears.
They don't have anything good for them to trade valuable they missed out on Jeremy Chin. And is Brian Burns on his last year too?
Last year.
Yeah, they missed out on that too. Who else name on that roster who's going to have at least a second?
Honestly, I would do whatever I can to get Burns and to trade him.
Like Frankie Louvu?
Louvu's not going to be worth it because he's come off an injury.
I can't think of anybody who anybody.
Chuba could get you a fourth.
That's you're looking for diamonds in the rough. They're gonna be sucking for the next couple of years. Matter of fact, let me find out what freaking picks they have because this is stupid. I'm gonna have to hear about this damn team for the next. I hate the Panthers right now.
No, they're really bad, and I was talking about
6 picks next year.
So they
have a second.
Okay.
They have a third, a fourth, a fifth, 2 fifths, and a sixth. So Carolina, Tennessee, San Francisco, Arizona. That's next year.
It's not bad because their second pick is really a first round, the end of the first round pick.
Well, they better figure something out. Let me look at
for them. That's probably too late to do anything.
Oh, anything special. You're not going to find yourself a star player that way. Like
you can find yourself a decent wide receiver in this crop.
Maybe start building an O line, or something. I mean, you can set things up so maybe once you get that first round pick again, maybe you could get a quarterback.
But you're not going to waste another first round on another quarterback where Bryce Young is still on year 2.
Yeah,
It's not.
No.
Second. Okay, so 2025.
They have a first, a
They
third.
have the hell. Give me what I want, stupid.
Their second round pick, I know, goes to the Bears. I believe they still have a first, a third, a fourth, and 2/5. Is that what it is?
It's not too bad. So yes,
2025, they have
exactly what you're saying.
a first, no second. They have a third,
Yeah.
a fourth, a fifth, a sixth, a seventh. They have 6 picks.
So they lose their second round pick because the Bears, they traded them the first round this year and then the second round in 2025.
Mm-hmm. We haven't seen 2026 yet, so. But
here's here's just a flyer. I'm throwing this out there. What about Ryan Day? Ohio State. You know, I don't think he's a great coach, but for a team like that, that's so young, take a flyer on someone who's doing something in college, who's young.
Yeah, but I don't think a college is going to try and do that.
You also have to pay him a lot.
Yeah,
that's what I'm saying. I don't know. I don't see that happening
because he makes $8 million at Ohio State right now. So yeah, you have to overpay him $10 million. I don't know who they can get then. Do you do a
go get Jeff Saturday? Go get Jeff Saturday for a year so you can fire him. Here, you want $40 million? Because that's the thing what NFL teams do this year. We'll give you $40 million and we fire you week 9. Deal? All right, shake. Done. And then interim the next head coach because you know they're going to be bad. They're going to go 2-7 and fire him week 9. And then finally 2025, they figure out, okay, then they're on the right step. And you got another 2 years left with freaking Bryce Young.
I got it, guys.
Still kind of stay in the NFL, but
I got it. I got the answer. It's perfect. It works out for me. We'll let Luke Getsy get the head coaching job for the Carolina Panthers. That's the answer right there. Let's go. Done.
Right now.
You can have him today.
Right now, you can have him today.
It's not out of the realm of possibilities.
I know it sounds crazy, but let's say the Bears go on a little win streak and finish with 7 wins. Who gets is going to get a head coaching job?
Ooh, maybe
he's going to get a head coaching job.
Maybe.
And where's the worst? The best place for them? A low on the totem pole team.
Panthers.
Carolina Panthers. You can't get much lower than that.
Yeah.
Well, you can't get any lower than. I mean, it's going to be either New England or the Cardinals, and the Cardinals aren't going to give them up either. I think they're rolling out with the same coaching staff next year.
Yeah. They're losing on purpose for it, and coaching staff knows it.
The Cardinals are safe.
Yeah, they're going to be fine. They know
that. Well, they're safe because they can always wave the flag of we didn't have Kyler Murray. So that's the Cardinals isn't going to change. Man, I don't know. Look, all I need next year, and this is months in advance, is the Bears to.
We'll trade. We'll probably end up trading Justin Fields for a 2nd round pick to Atlanta.
No, you guys cannot go away from Marvin Harrison Jr. when you're that close. This is a generational freaking receiver.
Yeah,
you can't.
You preach to the choir. Marvin Harrison
just saying
Jr.
you can't.
No, what you do is you trade from 1 to 3.
That's but the Cardinals. I don't think the Cardinals will pass that up. If Marvin Harrison ends up on the Patriots, I'm gonna be so.
Oh
upset.
my god!
I'm gonna be so upset.
But the Patriots have to choose a quarterback.
Yeah.
I think so. I think Carolina lucks it to one more win. I think the draft order would be Carolina, New England, probably. I'm gonna say New York Giants before the Cardinals. I think Cardinals are 4.
Now with Murray back.
Yeah. And so if that's the case, do the Giants go for a young quarterback?
I mean, how many big quarterbacks are in this one? Just 2 that I know of. I mean, I know you guys know more.
There's good hands.
There's some good
first
ones.
rounders. I'm gonna go 4, almost 5.
This year is it's not
Penix,
as bad as the year before.
Bo Nix.
Yeah.
But they're just a slight under from last year, if that makes sense. They're in between last year's and the year before that.
Okay.
But they're not as good as 3 years ago.
Yeah.
Which is right. Yeah.
Okay.
That
Can you picture that?
Sense. Yeah.
And even 3 years ago, it's so weird because of all those, Trevor Lawrence is the only one who's guaranteed to start his job.
Well, it's Trevor and Fields.
Yeah, but Justin Fields is going to start somewhere. He probably won't be for the Bears, which is stupid.
Right.
Which is just so stupid.
Right. So it's not as good as last year's, and it's definitely not as it's weird. It's weird.
Yeah.
The QB's coming out.
That's why if Carolina gets that first one, then that's Chicago's. And then you're saying trade that away.
I'm saying go down to 3.
And you're saying
if
3
it's
would
the
be
right team.
If it's who'd you say?
Because I think it's going to be Caleb Williams, Drake May as the first 2 picks going.
Yeah.
And Marvin Harrison ends up being the 3rd pick.
That 3rd one. Yeah.
See, that's so weird, I can't.
Marvin Harrison is the best player in college football by it's a landslide. It's not even close. He's the best quarterback. I mean, best player, period.
Yeah. Yeah.
But
I mean,
quarterbacks come.
Like you said, that's all I hear is generational. He's a generational talent.
I mean, just throwing it out there. All of us can coach for a year on our own first team meeting with Patrick Mahomes, first from State Farm commercial.
State Farm.
The not if a bundle of Mark ripping his shirt.
Oh man, you terrible.
Man, it's the biggest joke ever, man. You pay me $1 million, I'll get coached. But the problem is your face is gonna be now labeled as the worst head coach. And you're gonna walk around for the next couple of years, and it might be your label for many years because people look at you like you were that one coach who did shitty. But I'm a millionaire.
I think about it more like I can't create a coaching staff.
Yeah.
What coaching staff will come and follow you? You know, it literally have to be us 3 together. Like
all your friends.
And here's the thing, like the way it's panning out, right? If the season ended right now, the Bears would have the first pick because how bad Panthers are doing.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
And I still see that happening. Like
I think
you have
Panthers
to
win one more game. They win 2 games this season.
Then it's the Cardinals.
But I also think the Arizona Cardinals will win another game, which will then be 3 games.
So then that means it's the Patriots.
And the Patriots, I don't see winning another game. Their schedule is awful.
Who's the other bottom team?
The Giants.
No.
Where the Jets at?
Washington.
No, Jets have like 6 games.
Washington.
Okay. Yeah.
Washington.
Damn,
it would be here's what the draft may or may not be. It's going to be Patriots, Washington, and then you guys, and then the Cardinals.
Yes. Right now it's Panthers,
Giants.
Cardinals, Patriots, Bears, Commanders. So right now it's Panthers, Cardinals,
which was you guys. So the Panthers aren't going to be it. It's
so
you guys.
It's the Bears, Cardinals, Patriots, Bears, Commanders, Giants, Bucks.
Okay, I see that.
As of now,
I think that. But here's the thing: I think that the Bucks are going to move up. I think the Bucks move up for a QB.
I can see that, but I don't want to be number 7.
Yeah.
If they give you the farm, you're not going to do it.
Not for number 7. Marvin Harrison is.
Yeah, then you lose. Important. Yeah. Well, in that scenario, where's because the Bears were number 1. Where was the Bears' actual? Was 4, right? I think you're
4. So
4.
Yes,
we're tied with the Giants and the Commanders for wins.
4. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, 4.
It's because the Cardinals are going to pick up Harrison if they have the chance.
Oh, 100%.
They're going to get Harrison.
100%.
So it's almost like you have to stay at number 1 to get Marvin Harrison.
Absolutely. Tank for Harrison. Why not?
We ain't even got to tank. We can win. We can win and get Marvin Harrison still.
Yeah, that's true. I just don't understand why the Cardinals didn't do that. Like, why bring back Murray? It just made no sense.
Yeah, no, I agree.
No.
I agree.
Yeah.
I don't know.
No, it's gonna be really interesting to see. The Jets are 8 right now, but Aaron Rodgers is talking about if the Jets could find a way to win one more game, Aaron Rodgers is coming back this season.
That's great. That's insane.
He has to win. If they win one more game, he will come back this season.
Again, like why? I think it's more of a personal thing. Just like,
bro,
dude,
he comes back and balls out, man.
If they're 5-7 and he comes back and he makes them 7-7, and with Aaron Rodgers 7-7, you know who else will be 7-7 by then? The Bills. The Bills will also be 7-7 right then. You tell me that they can't go win something?
I don't understand.
I mean,
there's so many scenarios that need to be played off in the next few weeks. I don't understand. I don't understand. Makes no sense. But
yeah, Donnie, one more question. There you go. So, I mean, what is your dream draft scenario for the Bears with those 2 picks if no trades are made?
If they're at where they're at now?
Yeah.
Because they're sitting at 1 and 4.
Whatever you wanted to make, what would be the best draft scenario?
Who's starting it off? Because I could tell you mine.
I want to hear you.
Yeah, because you know more college guys than I do.
So, it would be Marvin Harrison.
Yeah.
And Olu Fashanu.
I like that.
Olu Fashanu with your 4th pick, and Marvin Harrison with your 1st pick. Olu Fashanu would help out that banged up line that you guys are getting better, but it's still banged up.
Mm-hmm.
You would with him there, your line is set. Like you wouldn't have to worry about line that entire season. Offensively, you guys would be a hot fire offense. As for defense, well, that's another question. That's another story. But for those 2 picks, that's what I would do.
That's why.
Olu Fashanu
I would go.
What position does he play?
Marvin Harrison, number 1.
And what?
I want Leo to Letu. The dude from
why?
Because that's what we need. We need a 3 technique. And I think our left tackle is fine. He's good. We need a center next, in the 2nd round. That's what we really need. But you don't do a center in the first 5 picks. So go ahead, give me my defensive tackle now, or defensive end. You can go get defensive end or defensive tackle, and give me Marvin Harrison Jr. That would be perfect. And then my 2nd round, go get me a center. And if you do that, because our defensive backs are great.
Well, yeah.
You fix the defensive line, it's over.
Yeah.
Brian, I watch your show more than you think I do. And every week, all I hear is you crying about the line.
Because they're hurt.
And the line did this. And why move people here when they've never played this in so many years? Why put a guard in center, put a center
Cody
at tackle,
Whitehair.
put a tackle at wide receiver, and why put a guard at quarterback, and why put a center? I don't know. Whatever the hell you cry about, get a tackle.
But you already have. I think we have Darnell Wright at right tackle is great.
Mm-hmm.
I think Tevin Jenkins at
Yeah,
left
but he's
guard
hurt all the time.
with Davis. Yeah, but you just have to have a backup
this
guy.
entire time.
He's only a guard. So if you Braxton Jones, he played all 17 games last year. This is the first time he's ever been hurt, and he came back and he balled out yesterday. If we get a center, that line is great and young. So that's why I say defense for me. Give me Marvin Harrison Jr. and then the best defender you got.
So you want Latu? What's in with Sweat?
Yep.
Is what you want.
I see that as being unbelievable.
I don't know.
Hmm.
I don't know. How do we go back to the Bears? We were talking about wide receivers.
Somehow we figured out a way to get back here.
Talking
Keep
about
on pulling
waivers
us
and
back
waivers.
in. Hey, let's go to Steven's question here. What
All
up,
right.
fellas? Need to stream a QB. Howell, Love, or Mayfield? Well, Mayfield's probably not playing, so that leaves Howell and Love.
Mhm.
Oh my gosh.
I mean,
I forget.
I mean,
Tuesdays are weird.
I
I
mean,
don't
yes,
look at
go-
the schedule yet on Tuesdays, man.
I'm looking because right now right off the bat, I'm like Sam Howell, right? I mean,
The problem is their
going against
offense is
Miami.
Yeah, you don't want to go to Miami. He's a
No.
sitting duck in that defensive line. I mean, offensive line. That defensive line is going to be coming after him like be on him like white on rice, like mayo on coffee. It's going to be awful.
Jordan Love is going against KC.
I'd go Baker.
If Baker could play, because Baker was pulled for the Bucs game.
Yeah, but they said there was no ligament damage.
Mm-hmm.
But he's still very questionable to play.
Yeah, but he's streaming, so he might still be there. If he's there, I'm putting Baker against the Panthers, man. Like,
I almost put Trask against the Panthers, man.
I mean,
over how?
I'm assuming he needs to pick up one of these guys tonight for waiver wire. So that's kind of becomes like, because if you pick up Mayfield, Trask is probably going to get somebody else is going to pick him up. I'm assuming just in case.
I would pick up Howell.
Yeah,
tonight.
you go Howell.
I'll pick up Howell tonight,
and then see what's on the trash sheet tomorrow morning, and then if we
and as we get closer to Sunday, if we get more positive news about Baker.
Yeah, wait.
I'd still go Howell. I'd still go Howell.
He has Lamar as his QB. Definitely hasn't lived up to his ADP. No clue how I'm 9-3. Do you have what? Lamar Jackson is MVP caliber right now. I understand fantasy wise, he's not doing everything, but he's very good. He's better than any of these other three guys. Is Lamar on a bye?
Yes.
Are they?
He's on a bye for week 13.
I haven't even looked at week 13. This is too early for me, man.
Yeah. But Lamar, I mean, there's games he'll get 12 points, and then there's games he gets 40 points. Yeah. So, yeah. I
mean, Lamar's just your starting quarterback, and then I think Sam Howell is the better of the backups, and you just ride with Sam Howell because no matter what, even if they're going to not do well, he's going to throw for 300 yards.
Yeah.
Eric Bieniemy is going to put him in the right position.
Yeah. I think he'll put up around 15-ish. I think because that's where he's been averaging, for the most part, so yeah,
I think that's good for a backup
play and Love. I mean, I don't know. I'm not a big fan of Love. I don't think he's not bad. Because I'm looking at his numbers. I mean, last week 35, the week before 26, the week before 23, 17, 21, and then he had a bye in week 6. So he's doing pretty
bad.
It's not bad at all.
Pretty good, actually.
Yeah.
What are you talking about?
Yeah, I don't know. I just don't like Green Bay.
Yeah.
But I mean, because like before the bye is when he was having some struggles. But yeah, maybe Love might be the way to go.
Is Love the safer of the picks?
Probably. Look, here's the last couple of weeks: 3 touchdowns, 2 touchdowns, 2 touchdowns, 1 touchdown, 1 touchdown, 2 touchdowns.
Sam Howell's the probably safer one.
Even with the fact that after this Chiefs game, Packers play the Giants, the Bucks, the Panthers, the Vikings, the Bears.
Yeah, but you're just streaming.
So you're just looking saying rest of season there. You're not saying this week. He's just streaming for this week. Yeah. He has Lamar. That makes sense. Why
he doesn't? That means he doesn't have a backup quarterback. So I mean, you're probably not going to get rid of him, right?
Right. He doesn't have a backup.
So I'm saying
Damn,
I wouldn't get rid of him.
He's playing with dangerous waters here, man.
Yeah. I think you need to get one of these guys and stake with him.
I can't do that, man.
Where do you rank him? So if you're gonna do Howell, Love, which I hate, and Mayfield. How do you rank them 1, 2, 3?
How Mayfield Love?
Really, Mayfield higher than Love?
Yes, because it's Carolina.
Just for this week.
Man, you're right.
Yeah.
But how has he's smarter than both of them?
Yeah.
Like
He's
had bad games.
I think
games.
Yeah, How's going to make sure you're consistent. You're going to get about 15-ish points. Baker might not even play, so you need to keep an eye on that. But if he does play, like you said, he's going against Carolina. That should be like a 30+ point game for him. But it's also Baker, so it might be like a fucking 3-point game. I mean, he might throw like 8 picks because that's what he does sometimes.
And the Chiefs might destroy Tampa. I don't know.
Yeah.
Exactly.
But Jordan Love is kind of
not Tampa, but
a nice little streak. Green Bay, yeah. He's been playing pretty well. Damn. I think Sam is a safe bet. Baker is the high risk, high reward.
Mm-hmm.
I would go.
And you have no idea what the hell Love is.
Yeah, especially against Kansas City, but for the rest of the season, I would probably go with Love.
Oh, rest of the season. If this was rest of the season, like say Lamar got hurt, right?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Rest of the season, if this is the only 3 left, I'd go Love.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. But just for this week 13.
This specific week as a streamer.
Yeah.
Oh.
I like Howe anyway because he still throws for a lot of yards. He's probably going to throw over 4,000 yards for the season. So
I'm cool. I got Scary Terry, so please throw to him.
I just picked up Curtis Samuel, so yeah.
Nice.
I agree.
Yeah, so I agree. Sam is the best bet. Yeah.
How he's gonna get you 18 points. I think he'll get 18.
Right there.
18 points. I'll be okay with that.
Yeah. I would spend my waiver pick, my waiver wire on Sam, and then in the morning maybe pick up Baker if you have a opportunity to, and then worst case scenario you could drop him.
If he wants to.
You wait.
But I think Sam Howell will be just fine.
If you get Sam Howell and you pick him up, there's no need to go get Baker.
If you go 9-4, how big of a detrimental playoff bracket we looking at fall off here? Like is the next team up 8-4?
Yeah.
And is it the
team
you
lose to him specifically? Yeah.
That would suck.
Yeah, like
and you're just streaming, so you're not picking up a guy who's gonna put up like 100 points. You know what I mean? You're gonna pick up a guy who's
Sam Howell. This is why I tell people pick up 2 QBs.
Always.
Yeah.
You have to have 2 QBs always.
Play 2 QBs and you play the better matchup, whoever has the better one. And also, if you don't like playing that way because I have 2 QBs, it's a burn roster. But think about how many people in your situation now need a QB, and here you are burning a spot, and another guy don't need him or needs him. That's trade bait. I know the trade bait's probably gone, or the trade deadline's probably gone, but
unless you're in a league like us.
Well, that's Dynasty though. Dynasty's different. Redraft is they play. That's like the kids' table.
How about this? I'm gonna give you 3 quarterbacks. You tell me how you rank them. Yes, Fredo, I agree. Jordan Love, Matt Stafford, Gardner Minshew. How would you rank them?
Who'd you say? Jordan Love, Minshew,
Matt Stafford, and
Gardner. Season just this week.
Let's go this week. Streaming.
Okay, let me see who's playing who, because again, I'm not.
The Rams are
gonna be waivers today, and we're over here talking about matchups.
Okay, that's gonna have to determine your waiver. I believe Sam goes against the Commanders.
Thank you. Tell me this. Okay, so Sam's going against
Miami.
I know that one.
Yeah. Matt is going against the Commanders.
Yeah.
No, Matt is going against the. No, so Stafford goes against the Browns.
Okay.
I'm out.
Stafford's the Browns.
Minshew's against the Titans.
Minshew's the Titans. And Jordan Love, we just talked about going against Kansas City.
Sam Howell.
Yeah.
So you put Sam Howell over all 4 of those?
You said 3. Sam Howell, Stafford, and Minshew.
Sam Howell, Stafford, Jordan Love, Minshew.
Oh,
no, I think you're right. Sam Howell. Mm-hmm.
Sam Howell.
Is Gardner Minshew the next one coming out your mouth?
No.
You sure?
Stafford.
Against the Browns?
Yes. Because a healthy Kyron and a healthy Puka.
Puka didn't do anything. He literally lost me in my game.
Yeah, I know, but
freaking.
I don't understand the Cardinals either. Okay, the Cardinals decided to play defense, except for the running back. Which, by the way, I was right. And all 3 of you were wrong.
You were right, but guess what? We were also not like we were super wrong. He still scored 15 points.
It was a very hot topic we talked about between Williams or who was the other one? White.
Who scored 15 points too. So it's not like he didn't do bad. It's just that Kyron Williams did astronomical.
Yeah.
Stafford is elite. Okay, he can be elite. He just hasn't been elite. He can be elite.
4 touchdowns and 23.5 points this week.
I will put Stafford at number 2 underneath Sam Howell. And then I'll go Jordan Love. And then I'll go Minshew.
Wow, Minshew 4th, even though he's going against the Titans defense, and he just had a great game.
Or Love 4th. Those are very close to me. But no, hold on.
I mean, so Minshew and Pittman.
Minshew's third. Love's last.
So Minshew and Pittman had connected 18 times.
Yes, and that's
191 yards in the last 2 games.
You know how annoying that is. That Pittman does not. He's the new DJ Moore. He just can't get the end zone.
Yep.
Yeah.
Minshew's third. Love is last. Stafford second. Stafford is second, and Sam Howell. I'm still rolling with Sam Howell. I don't care.
Out of those 4, I like that.
Now, if I give you 3 running backs,
oh fuck's sake!
All right, here we go.
I just want to do waivers, man.
This is all waiver stuff. All right, Chuba Hubbard, Ezekiel Elliott, or Keaton Mitchell.
Oh my God. Keaton Mitchell's not playing, so that's easy. So
he's playing.
The Ravens aren't playing.
Oh,
the Ravens are on bye. Ravens are on bye. Yeah. Who's the other one? It was Hubbard and
what else I said? Hubbard and Ezekiel Elliott. Because Hubbard is 48% rostered and Zeke is 36.4.
I'm going Hubbard.
Against Tampa. New England against Chargers.
Yeah, because Stevenson's there. There's nobody in front of Hubbard.
Nope.
Yeah.
And Hubbard is getting 19 touches a game. And I think he had 20 points.
One of them is bound to be a touchdown. Or one of them's about to be 20-yarder.
And he's been catching the ball.
So,
I think,
give me my 6 points to Zeke's 5.
Yeah.
They're not league winners.
No, the problem is week 13 is a huge bye week. And that's why I'm asking these questions.
Just as bad as week 5 or 6 or whatever the hell it was at the beginning.
This is the second worst week for most teams.
Oh, trust me, I know my Dynasty league is shot.
Decimated. Yeah, I'm decimated. I was like, I don't know who I'm putting out there.
I'm losing.
Especially it comes down to like this is like who's clinching playoffs, for for this week right now. So it's like, so this is probably even more important than, at least for fantasy wise, more important than week 5. or week 6, whatever that big week was. But I'm going Hubbard, like you said.
Hubbard is huge. If you get Hubbard this week, you gotta ride him.
Hey.
You gotta ride him.
I'm surprised he's available.
Yeah,
he's available in 48.6 of he only got drafted in 48.6% of the leagues. Ezekiel Elliott is available in 64% of leagues. Keenan Mitchell is available in 60% of the leagues, but I say he's not playing.
What app is that?
Doesn't matter.
What
ESPN.
app is ESPN? Okay. Yeah.
All right. I got one more thing for you guys. Tight end. So we have Fryermuth, we have Isaiah Likely, and we could go Conklin.
So you got Conklin, Fryermuth.
Fryermuth and Likely.
Fryermuth, Likely, and Conklin in that order.
Is it weird? I really liked how Likely looked. I really did.
Yeah, but I'm for Fryermuth right now.
Also, Likely's on a bye.
Bye. Yeah.
And he did okay. He put up 8 points.
6 targets, 40 yards, but he looked good. And he was there for 73% of the snaps. I thought that was pretty good. That's a high number. Okonkwo is another one that's really interesting.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but if Fryermuth is there,
you have to go with him because he has the targets. He's the touchdown machine. He's the only one that Pickett seems to be able to connect with.
Absolutely. I agree with you.
Yeah. What about Everett? Because he's pretty rostered, pretty low.
I hate Everett because he
had a good game last week against
Tank
Baltimore.
would bring him up.
He had a good game, really.
Tank secretly loves the Chargers.
Not really.
Tell me you don't love Donald Parham.
Who?
Parham, or you were in love with that man all last year.
No, he loved
Palmer.
Yeah,
that's
Palmer.
The other dude.
Yeah.
He had a boner for that guy.
Palmer.
He's still on injury reserve.
Yeah, but I'm just saying, like.
Yeah, wasn't.
Yeah, you love Joshua Palmer. You did.
You love that.
Yeah, he was last year. Hey, I don't stick with people for multiple years. I'm not playing Dynasty. I'm playing redraft. So it was like, you're good for this year, and that's it. Yeah.
My thing about Jared Everett, even though he had 10 points the week before that in Detroit, he had 0. Against Jets, he had 0.8.
Yeah.
The dude is
how in Kansas City. I mean, if the dude scores a touchdown, then he puts up double digits. That's kind of it, because he only gets targeted 3 to 4 times. Like last week he got 4 out of 4, 43 yards and a TD. But now he's going against New England. And he's also rostered pretty low. So the odds of getting him over somebody like Fairmouth, where Fairmouth is more 50-ish%. I'm assuming
Fairmouth is 41.9%.
41. Mm-hmm. Yeah. So, but I mean, if you can get Fairmouth, 100% get Fairmouth. Don't get me wrong.
Okonkwo, I would never put as a waiver wire claim. I would wait to see the day after. He's a day after guy if I have to.
Yeah.
All right, you got any IDP people?
I do. But
what you got?
Nicholas Morrow.
Oh, I love Nick Morrow. He was a Bear last year. He's doing great on the Colts. That team who's in the playoffs, Nick Morrow is a good one. I mean, that pass defense he had this past week was brilliant. And he's a tackling machine. I think that's a very good IDP pickup.
Damone Clark as well.
Clark, once again, another one is going to make a lot of plays. That has a lot of opportunities to make a lot of plays. I mean,
he did last week. He got 7 solos and 2 assists.
Yeah,
and one of them was like a tackle for loss. So, and I pay attention to Cowboys games because of Micah Parsons. So
yeah,
I got to. And then the other one, which surprisingly is still available out there, Caden Ellis.
Caden Ellis is available?
6%, man.
Really?
Only owned.
Wow.
I don't get it either. So
Have
Caden
you guys
Ellis-
been watching Caden Ellis this year?
Yeah, he's doing pretty good on Atlanta. He is like the heart and soul.
He
of that
is
defense.
literally the one who makes all the plays. He
The
makes
heart and soul. That's for linebackers. For DBs and D linemen, Rashad Gary is one of them.
Gary going, and he's playing against Kansas City.
Yeah, I'm still picking him up. He's still good. He'll make tackles. Is he gonna get Mahomes? I don't know, but I mean he can still produce tackles.
Mm-hmm.
They're linemen. Let's see.
I like Green Bay's other. That's the linebacker again though. Yeah.
George Karlaftis should be good.
Karlaftis is be a good one.
But that's one of them I'm thinking. And then now that Jalen Phillips is done, Andrew Van Ginkel, who has the lineman eligibility, Van Ginkel should be a good one. So that's for linemen. As for DBs, Jonathan Owens, man, somehow makes his way back into fantasy relevancy. He's good, man. Jonathan Owens. And then Jalen Thompson, probably drafted, but surprisingly, he's only 3% rostered.
You know, it's funny. Jonathan Owens. What's the thing you know about Jonathan Owens?
He was really good in Houston, and he's been doing pretty good ever since. Darnell Savage is just, even though he's still healthy, Owens is still producing.
Owens is starting, and all I know about him is that he's the husband. He's married to Simone Biles.
Oh, really? I did not know.
Jonathan Owens?
Yes, he's
really.
He's married to Simone Biles, the greatest American gymnast probably ever.
Are you sure? I thought it was the other Houston, Texas.
No, Jonathan Owens.
No way.
Yeah.
No way. I thought it was another. No.
I thought it was too. Jonathan Owens is married to Simone Biles.
No, he's not. No, he's not. I thought it was another. I know it was.
Jonathan Owens.
Jonathan Owens is married to Simone Biles, guys. Football. That's all I know about him. He's on Green Bay. I hate him a little bit.
It was another.
I thought he was on the Texans too. No, I knew he was.
He is on the He was on the Texans.
He was on the Texans.
Okay, because I thought he was on the Texans. I know he plays safety, and I know Simone Biles loves him, and I know they're married.
Yeah. they got married this year though.
Yeah.
They were engaged last year.
It was recently.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, I thought it was a lineman.
No, I know he was a safety because she's so small.
She's so tiny. There's a picture of them. I'm looking.
Well, yeah, that's why she's the best. She flips a million times in the air because she has like muscles on muscles in her legs that just hop her up in the air, and she just does a million flips. And this is why we're the greatest gymnastic teams ever. Her specifically.
No, she really is. There's not even a question.
She's one of the greatest athletes that ever came out of our grounds. Like, I love Simone Biles.
4'8", 104 pounds.
Yeah. And she flies like a flying squirrel, man. She's the greatest of all time. I don't care what you say.
She's the GOAT. I'm not arguing with you. There's not argument. I said no, Jonathan Owens was the guy.
I swear it was a lineman, but hey, look. But no, Jonathan Owens, no. You know how what made me learn about Jonathan Owens last year is that point differential that Braden had. There was a tackle that was recorded on Sunday night. And then Tuesday night, when the stat corrections happened, it wasn't a full tackle, it was half a tackle. And Braden lost by half a tackle.
Because Jonathan Owens?
Wow.
Giving Alex the opportunity to go to the playoffs or getting the next seed up because of Jonathan Owens' full tackle to half tackle.
Wow.
And Jonathan Owens was on his roster at the time. It was so hilarious. That
sucks.
Hey, IDP.
Hey,
Make your own tackles.
Who does Minnesota play this coming up week?
I don't know.
Especially after that 4 interception game. Is there anyone that you'll stream to just play against them?
IDP wise?
Yeah.
Who are they playing?
I mean, he made Jalen Johnson look like the greatest defensive back ever.
Aren't they off this week?
I think they're on a bye. Yeah, they're on a bye.
Minnesota's also on a bye too. Wow.
Yeah.
Who do you play this week? Good Lord, I ain't got no one to play. I'm trying to find some IDP people to play myself.
What do you need?
I need a defensive back. Yeah.
What's wrong with Jonathan Owens?
I was actually looking at Brian Branch.
Okay. I guess. Tyron's probably picked up.
Yeah, Tyron Matthews.
PJ Locke is I wouldn't get that. Jalen Thompson, Jamal Adams, they might be there.
Adams might be really interesting.
Jamal Adams might be there.
That's really interesting. Yeah, I like that.
Because you know they're gonna throw a lot. You know Dak is gonna throw.
Mm-hmm.
As a matter of fact, I think they're the most highest offense that's throwing the ball than running this year.
That's a good one. Okay.
Jamal Adams or Jonathan Owens are who I'm going after if I were you.
That's a really good one.
Just saying.
Okay. Asking for a friend.
DB.
Just like everybody else.
DB.
Like Mark, you can go in there, ask a question.
We'll type it in. Yeah.
Asking for a friend. Yeah.
There you go. Simone Biles has that Samus flip from Super Smash Brothers.
Tap. She does, man.
Yeah.
She does, man. Samus, she can flip, bro. She can flip like no other.
That's
Simone
awesome.
Biles is an exact replica of it.
Simone Biles might go higher.
Yeah, right. Doesn't need a suit.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
All right, you guys got anything else for waiver wires this week?
Yeah. Zach Moss.
Hell yeah.
I can't believe you didn't talk about him. Zach Moss.
Yeah.
There's a reason behind me not talking about him. I don't want no one to know.
That don't matter. You're doing a waiver show.
I don't want no one to know about it.
Your fantasy football does not matter on the show.
Where is he? I mean,
he's
mostly picked up. I mean, he's 58% rostered on ESPN. I mean, I'm in my league. He's gone. He's been gone for a while.
But he's huge. I mean, the fact that Jonathan Taylor is out 2 to 3 weeks is huge right now.
Yeah.
If you held on to Moss, because most people dropped him.
Yeah. Okay. The dude I'm playing this upcoming week, it has Zach Moss, and he picked him up at the beginning of September, and he held on to him.
Right now, the biggest ones. So how long is Taylor going to be out?
2 to 3 weeks.
Yeah.
Because it's actually thumb surgery, so 2 to 3.
Yeah. So Zach Moss is a bigger pickup than Firemouth right now.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Zach Moss is probably the biggest pickup you could have.
Number 1. Yeah.
That's insane, man. I mean, hey, look.
I think on Sleeper, he's the highest trending up player by a lot. Like,
because you're gonna have to rely on them.
Yeah.
I mean, and they're in the playoff hunt. And the reason he's having the surgery and not waiting till later is because they believe they're going to make it to the playoffs.
Mm-hmm.
So which one? So I'm in a situation on a league that I don't care about. Do I drop Dameon Pierce or Tajay Spears?
Ooh, to go after Moss.
Dameon Pierce just got back.
Yeah,
and the other running backs I have are Najee Harris and Isaiah Pacheco. This is also the same team where I lost Aaron Rodgers and freaking Chubb. Chubb.
Chubb.
Yeah, so this team has been struggling since then. Do you drop Pierce or Spears?
For 1 year.
Yeah, it's just a redraft.
Redraft.
It's a redraft.
Tajay.
Sucks, right?
Yeah, that sucks. But I think I'm going to drop Tajay.
Because you think Damian Pierce should get his role back.
Exactly. Because Singletary has never been able to hold anyone off ever.
Exactly.
So
yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah, Singletary is good enough, but he's like that's all you're gonna get. So
he's a backup running back. That's just what he is.
Yeah, exactly.
He'll show his true colors, I'm sure. And that's I'm in that situation where, and I don't know if anybody else watching this might be in the same situation, but I'm in that. I lost Aaron Rodgers and Nick Chubb.
That's huge.
And I don't think I've ever been higher than position 9 in that one. But it's a good thing I don't care about that league. Because you know what? That league is so corrupted that you could be dead last and still make playoffs.
Why? How?
Because the commissioner has it where, and this is why I don't really care much. The team should be stacked by then. The commissioner has it where the top 4 teams have a bye.
Everyone makes the playoffs.
Week 15. So everyone in 15, the bottom 8 compete to make playoffs in week 16. So whoever, like, you could be the
Owen,
you could be
whatever.
the 5th top team, right? You could be a 5th top team, right? And lose to the 12th guy and not make playoffs.
And what's the point of having a whole regular season?
That's exactly my point.
Yeah.
He's like, oh, well, and he's like, oh, well, you got to be the top 4. Fuck out of here.
But, I mean, the top 4, you're just guaranteed 1 extra week.
That's it.
That's it. I mean.
That's my point.
Yeah.
That is, I don't like that at all.
Yeah, neither do I.
All right, Kadani says, hey, quick question, Brian and Tank. How do you guys feel about running backs wearing 23? Because to me, Devin Hester's jersey needs to be retired. The greatest return man of all time should be in the Hall of Fame, and he will be announced as a semifinalist again tomorrow.
Yeah, I think the Bears should retire it. I don't know why they didn't. As soon as he was done.
All the numbers left and right. It's funny. You guys have the highest retired numbers of.
I can't retire Devin Hester's jersey.
In 20 years, you guys are going to have any numbers left.
Yeah, there's a finite amount of numbers, and it's hard. And 23 really is Michael Jordan, no matter what, no matter what you're thinking. So I mean, unless you are Walter Payton, I'm retiring your number if you're Walter Payton, Gale Sayers, Dick Butkus, and Brian Urlacher. I'm not retiring anyone else's. I'm just wouldn't.
Yeah, I was looking right now. The Bears and the Giants have the most retired numbers of teams with 14 each.
Yeah, you guys are nuts.
That still gives you like 80 something. You still got.
We have been playing for dumb numbers. We've been playing for the beginning of all football, so yeah.
All the dumb numbers.
See, I always liked wearing the dumb numbers. Like in basketball, like give me the stupidest number.
You're also the dude who likes milk duds.
Yeah, they're amazing.
They're awful. It's the worst.
Excuse me, Mr. Dove. Mr. Toblerones and shit.
Hey, hell yeah. That's high quality candy right there. That's what I'm talking about.
Oh, we're doing high quality candy. That's different.
Toblerone is so good. You gotta put your pinky up when you eat it.
Tank. I'm gonna tell you that though. That
he
clip
lives in
right there.
Which part of Arizona, man? Ain't no one giving out Toblerones.
That clip on my Twitch stream gets revived every now and then. Somebody clipped it, and I don't know who clipped it, but it got clipped, and all 3 of us are roasting your ass.
Like,
and it comes up.
I will stand my ground. Milk duds are one of the best.
It comes up every now and then.
Milk duds are not good.
And everybody laughs. Everybody laughs.
It is chocolate covered taffy. That is amazing. And besides all your Snickers and Milky Ways and all the the bars, Milk duds.
So Milk Duds the ones you get in your bag and you throw it away, or you give it to your friend who likes milk.
Oh, then you
duds.
put them in the freezer, let them
and
freeze,
throw
and
them
then
at
you.
'em.
Oh man,
That's how you break teeth.
when you don't chew on it, man, it's taffy.
What the hell? End the show. End the show.
You know what, guys?
There's a fancy man over there.
It's ridiculous.
I'm done with the Milk Duds. I'm done with the Bears. I'm done
Retire-
with waiver wire week
Retire the milk
13.
duds.
I'm out.
Yeah.
I'm
Retire
done with
the
this,
milk
guys.
duds.
We're on bye now too. I'm out. I'll see you guys Wednesday on Dynasty Pylon. It'll be me, Mark, and Martin. Man, hey, thank you guys for jumping in. Thank you guys for listening. We will see you next week. Same bear time, same bear channel. 2 fingers out.
We the Bears, monsters of the Midway, knocking teams out every Sunday. Fire in our eyes, can't stop our drive. Hit so hard, remind you of 85. We the Bears, monsters of the Midway, knocking teams out